Hey guys, welcome back to the Auto Trader YouTube channel. This is What We Really Think About, the show where we discuss topics from the automotive industry with no filter. Alongside me is a man who genuinely has no filter at all. It's Alex Kersten.
Hello, how are you?
I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. How you doing?
I'm all right, yeah.
I haven't got you a cushion. I noticed your legs are still dangling
This is day 2 now, and I still haven't grown, but it's all right.
Yeah, it's fine. I want to talk to you today about Corvette. Now, you actually act like you're not a big fan of supercars. You're all about your kind of old classics.
Yeah.
Another word for box.
Crap cars.
Crap cars. But I want to talk supercars today.
Okay, we'll do that.
We're going to talk about Corvette.
Yeah.
You've seen they've got a new Corvette E-Ray, which is a hybrid Corvette.
Yeah, strange.
It is a bit odd, isn't it? So it's the 70th anniversary of Corvette, and to kind of celebrate that, in their words anyway, they've made a hybrid Corvette, which is quite powerful. It's got a 6.2 litre V8 engine, small block, driving the rear wheels, and a electric drive unit driving the front wheels. And they're saying this is the most powerful Corvette ever with 655 horsepower.
That's quite fruity, isn't it?
It is quite fruity. What's your initial take on that?
So I've read all the blurb and stuff like that, and for me, this car is all about smoke and mirrors. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, but
Shots fired instantly. I love this show.
I'm sorry, but the electric motor is 1.9 kilowatt hours.
Yes. No, the battery is 1.9.
Sorry, the battery.
Yeah.
Which is very small, is it not?
It's tiny. So for reference, a Tesla Model S is 100 kilowatt hours, give or take, 90, 100. So it's a tiny little battery.
Yeah, so this electric motor and battery combination can drive the Corvette E-Ray in stealth mode, electric mode, via the front axle, up to 45 miles an hour for between 3 and 4 miles. And the reason they say it's stealth mode is because, if you live in a densely populated neighborhood and you want to leave early, you can leave silently. But I don't really think that people who drive and own these cars live in those places. For me, this is smoke and mirrors. This is purely an emissions exercise to get the emissions down.
Spicy talk. I do agree on one thing, and that is America's a big country, right? And the places where people have Corvettes, normally they've got big driveways, they don't live very close to other people, and starting the Corvette next to your neighbors isn't normally going to be a massive deal. So stealth mode for me, in the USA anyway, isn't a big selling point for me. And
also, doing a cold start on a Corvette is pretty much like a ritual, isn't it?
Got to be done.
You wake up, you have your coffee, you go for your poo, and then you go downstairs and you do cold start, and you enjoy that.
And then you go back in and you work from home, but you got to start the car.
Exactly right. Yeah. So for me, this just seems like more of a kind of facelift and an exercise in, look, our emissions are a lot better, because in reality, while the numbers are amazing, 0 to 62 in 2.5 seconds, it will do the quarter mile in 10.5 seconds. However, once you've depleted that 1.9 kilowatt hour battery pack, you are then back to rear wheel drive. You're back to that naturally aspirated 6.2 litre LS2 engine, and then the front axle is doing nothing until you recharge that through regen braking.
We need to look at how the system actually works. To be fair, they might have a buffer in the battery where it doesn't use all 1.9 kilowatt hours. They might save 0.5 or something, so it never runs down completely. So you always have front wheel drive to step in whenever you need it, but then that makes the battery even smaller. So the amount of time you can actually use full power for could be quite limited.
But my question is, once that front axle battery pack and motor are not doing anything because they're depleted, you are no longer four-wheel drive, and then you are rear-wheel drive, and then it's like, well, you're telling me it's four-wheel drive, but for how long? Is it 2 miles? Is it 3 miles? Is it half a mile? I don't know.
I think I would hope it's always going to be four-wheel drive, so they'll never let the battery run out completely. They'll just limit the power.
But then it will just be like little ants on the front, just going like that.
Yeah,
not doing anything.
So you said it's a one-trick pony.
Yeah,
it's kind of a big trick, though, right?
Oh yeah.
If you go to the drag strip and you nail it from a standstill, quarter mile in 10.5. For reference, okay, the McLaren Artura does the quarter mile in 10.7.
Yep.
So it beats a McLaren Artura. The Ferrari 296 GTB does it in 10.4, a tenth quicker than the Corvette, which is just incredible. When you consider the McLaren Artura is a $200,000 car.
Yes.
The Ferrari's a $300,000 car plus. The Corvette is going to go on sale for just over 100 grand.
Yeah, I think
That's
it's
mad.
104 for the coupe, and then 111 for the convertible.
Yeah.
However, take it back to the drag strip. Okay, the E-Ray can do it in 2.5 and it'll do 10.5 second quarter mile. But can it only do it once? If you go down there, depleted the battery, you swing right back round, and then is there any battery left? I don't think so. If there is, there'll be such a minimal amount that 2.5 second might be more like 3 seconds, and then that 10.5 second might be more like 11 or 11.5 seconds.
I hear you. And you can't actually plug it in. It's not a plug-in hybrid, so you can't just plug it in and charge it up. 1.9 kilowatt hours would take no time at all to plug in and charge.
That's like my phone, isn't it? Probably not. No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not really into new cars.
No, not quite. It's like 100 of Alex's phone, basically.
Okay.
But you do raise a valid point. The other thing, the Corvette has always been the quintessential American sports car, the last bastion of the V8. They don't want no communist power driving their vehicles.
No, America.
America. But here you have the Corvette going hybrid.
However,
how do you feel about it?
It's such smoke and mirrors because the same engine is still there. And I think that Corvette are being like, okay, yeah, we know that if we electrify it fully or go like full hybrid, no one's going to buy it. So we'll give you the motor that you want, and then we'll give you this silly little stealth mode that probably no one's ever going to use. Because also, when you go in stealth mode, it's front wheel drive and it's silent. Who wants a front wheel drive silent Corvette? Nobody. So smoke and mirrors, fair play Corvette. You've got Rory, but you don't have me. Okay, I've got your number.
I'm a massive Corvette fanboy. That's how I got into cars in the first place. When I was a kid, I used to always look at my Corvette poster on the wall, 1969 C3, and because it was so cheap, much cheaper than anything else, I always thought if I could ever afford a sports car, the Corvette would be it. You know, and they've done it again. It's the same trick.
Sorry, what car have you got outside?
It's a Mustang. Those are even cheaper.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's right-hand drive.
Yes. No, that's fair enough.
It's hard to get a right-hand drive Corvette in the UK.
Indeed.
I'm not driving left-hand drive over here. I'm not doing it.
Indeed. Also, if you like the idea of an E-Ray, getting one shipped over to the UK, you know, it's like what, £88,000 is the equivalent for dollars to pounds,
which is amazing.
Yeah, but how much is it going to cost once it's imported and once they're really rare? You can add probably 30, 40, 50 grand on top of that.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I'm still kind of in love with the thing a little bit. Yeah, just for the numbers. It's for the sheer fact that when you pull up next to a Ferrari 296 GTB, whether it's at a drag strip or on the street, don't do that, children. It's going to come down to reaction time whether you beat that Ferrari or not. Honestly, the car has got so much torque and so much power. It's going to acquit itself incredibly well compared to these cars. It's like bang for your buck. Yeah, I love that.
And naturally aspirated V8, you can't go wrong with that.
You can't go wrong. The other thing is, you know, when they launched when Ford, we were talking about my Mustang earlier, Ford launched the Mustang Mach-E, an electrified Mustang, how much Americans hated that.
Oh yeah.
There was big uproar about that. Is this going to cause the same kind of problems, or do you think because it's got the V8?
Oh, absolutely not. I mean, the Mustang Mach-E is fully electric, right? Yeah. And they're using the Mustang name. Oh my God. And it's an SUV now. Yeah. This is still, for me, a facelift with an electric motor and a little battery pack. The fact that I know how small the battery pack is and the motor as well is because the frunk is the same size as a previous generation. So it is so small, the motor, that they put it behind the frunk. Yeah. It's literally like, okay, guys, we need some more sales. We need emissions to go down. Why don't we just hide a little battery and motor that no one's going to care about? It's not going to piss anyone off, but they still get that V8 sound and performance and a bit more performance. Yeah. But in very, very limited number. Yeah,
it makes sense. Is it going to sell? Is the next kind of question I have in my mind. A Corvette said about 20 to 25,000 units a year, which is a healthy amount in the US. Are people going to be put off by that? Is it going to affect sales? I looked at another hybrid supercar, the Honda NSX, which has now gone off sale because nobody wanted it. It was a hybrid supercar. It didn't really make people. It didn't convince people. Are people going to look at the E-Ray in the same way? I don't know. I'm hoping people buy this thing. I'm hoping it's successful. Because I like the idea of more power.
Yeah.
and punching above your weight. I think it's cool.
I don't think it'll affect sales. If anything, it'll entice more people in, because you do have an electric motor and you can use it when you have to. So those kind of EV advocates, they might be like, oh, okay, now I'll pull the trigger. Okay. Not literally. I think it's a good move. I think it's a very clever move by the Corvette guys to just do that.
Well done, Chevy.
Yeah.
All right.
Smoke and mirrors, fair play.
I'm convinced anyway. All right, guys, thanks for watching. That was what we really think of the Corvette E-Ray. Alex, thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
Guys, don't forget you can check out Alex's channel. It's, what's it called? I don't know.
It's called Auto Alex.
Auto Alex.
Yeah.
What's it about?
It's about cars. My life in cars, it's very frustrating. But I've got a lot of project cars, and I also give away cars sometimes. They're also crap, so yeah.
Okay, all right. Anyway, don't forget, if you want to buy or sell your car, you can visit autotrader.co.uk. Maybe get yourself a funky new Corvette E-Ray when it's released later this year. Cheers for watching. See you soon.
Bye-bye.